Holiday magic continues to pop up across the Disneyland Resort. Fantasmic work has begun again on the rivers of America, and a new marketplace found inside one of the Disneyland Resort hotels. That and so much more. It's time to drop in. What's happening, friends? Wade for the Kingdom Report back with you once again, covering all the latest Disneyland news, Disneyland updates, and Disneyland Resort trending topics. We are going to get you up to date, including all of the latest holiday changes. But first, let's start in Adventureland, where Indiana Jones Adventure, yes, the epic attraction that takes up the majority of Adventureland, well, it is under the knife right now. A brief refurbishment. It will be coming back to us on November the 11th, so hang in there. Right next door, Tarzan's Treehouse, which we've told you in the past, has gone under an emergency refurbishment, was supposed to come back to us at the end of October. It still has not. However, we are seeing some signs that potentially this attraction might be coming back to us in the next few days, as artwork has been removed from the perimeter walls, and it looks like they are about to be brought down. We move into Frontierland, where Big Thunder Mountain Railroad has returned from its refurbishment. This attraction right now commanding huge lines, 45, even up to 75 minutes of waiting. They recently cleared out Rancho del Zocalo Park, which was hosting the Dia de los Muertos celebration. That is over, and now they are going to use this look for all kinds of queuing space, just for the massive lines that Big Thunder Mountain is commanding at the moment. And by the way, right next door to Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, Rancho del Zocalo, the restaurant, continues to also command very large crowds for lunch and dinner. This is one of the few restaurants that is not on mobile order, so you just show up and pay, much like the Plaza Inn, the two restaurants inside Disneyland Park where you don't necessarily have to worry about placing a mobile order window or anything like that in order to get your food, and it is proving to still be very popular the old-fashioned way. From here, we jump into the Golden Horseshoe Saloon, where, yes, holiday decorations have been hung with care. And as a reminder, this location also houses live entertainment at the moment. Yeah, we saw it a couple of weeks ago. Live entertainment return to the stage, a piano player with a bit of an act, totally worth checking out if you're in Frontierland. We slide on into New Orleans Square, where not only is it a classy location with all of its holiday decorations, but look at this on the rivers of America. They are now draining the platform area, the platform location for Fantasmic. They recently took care of the far right stage platform with all of the projectors and hoses. Looks like they are now draining this platform space for the sake of working on a future Fantasmic return. And we also check in with the Harbor Galley, the restaurant that is currently under the knife. A brief refurbishment returning to us in just a few weeks here in November. Guest Relations has moved into this spot temporarily, but we take a peek on over the scrims to reveal that lots of work has been done on the new two-tiered seating area that is coming along very nicely, that will be attached to the Harbor Galley in the near future, offering up a lot more seating and a commanding view of the rivers of America. And the sailing ship Columbia, well, it continues its dry dock, getting ready to return to us by the end of November. Can't wait to see it in all of its glory. Galloping on up to Main Street USA, holiday decorations have been hung with care, including a Christmas tree that has been swapped out for Walt Disney's lamp in his apartment window. Always love seeing that. We also heard that overnight, the Christmas tree in Town Square has arrived. It has been officially installed. That is how fast things move this time of year from one season to the other. And we also see, connected from the facades of Main Street USA over to the tree, an extension cord. This is along every tree down Main Street USA right now for the sake of holiday effects. And speaking of holiday effects, Sleeping Beauty's Winter Castle looks to be just about complete, with the garland hung all over the top portions of the castle. The snow caps have been put in place, and yes, the icicles and the lighting effects look to also have been completely installed at this point. Can't wait to see Sleeping Beauty Castle shimmer and shine once again starting November the 12th, especially since we missed it in 2020. We told you last week how the Castle Holiday Shop closed its doors behind Sleeping Beauty Castle recently and even put paper up over the windows. Well, now there is a sign on the front door that essentially tells us that due to the Plaza Point Holiday Shop opening on Main Street USA, there's really no need for this store anymore, and now we anxiously await its replacement. And over at the Royal Hall, where the princesses used to do their personal meet and greets, it still remains vacant at this point, as the princesses slid on over to the Royal Theater, the outdoor location where they are meeting and greeting all of the guests at the moment. Well, out in Walt Disney World, they just started doing personal meet and greets indoors again. Potentially, we will see that roll out here at the Disneyland Resort very soon. Deeper into Fantasyland, the FastPass distribution area, where they recently cleared the space out for the Matterhorn, is now hosting guest relations, at least temporarily. And on over to It's a Small World, we see all the lighting being installed for the sake of It's a Small World holiday, which we believe will be coming to us even earlier than the kickoff for the holiday season on November the 12th, likely November the 10th or the 11th, so keep your eyes peeled. And right next door to It's a Small World, we see the continued brickwork for the grounds leading into Mickey's Toontown. Well, the walls are still up, but we have heard that that work is just about finished and can't wait to see the rest of the path be unveiled. It's such a nice aesthetic pleaser. Directly across from that, scrims still remain in place over the Fantasyland Theater marquee, the home of Mickey and the Magical Map, hoping to see something new come to this space very soon. Trotting on into Toontown, we wanted to check in on Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway construction work as that attraction continues to take shape. A peek over the wall shows us that groundwork has been laid for the sake of the interior portion of the queue space. Very much looking forward to seeing more developments as this construction work continues in the near future. From Toontown to Tomorrowland we go, and the Finding Nemo submarine voyage work continues out in the lagoon. As you see now, finally some color starting to arrive in this lagoon. We've been waiting for it as it gets even closer to its winter 2022 return. Can't wait to be riding through liquid space once again. Let's talk about November crowds for a second. Typically, between one season ending and another beginning, there's usually a downslope, right? A bit of a quiet time, but that's not what we're seeing at all. In fact, we are witnessing crowds remain very consistent, wait times remain consistently higher than average, and this might be a clear indication as to what is coming, as the holiday season traditionally brings the biggest crowds of the year and therefore the longest wait time. 75 minutes to 120 minutes is not uncommon during the holiday period, and therefore you should anticipate waiting even longer if you're coming during the holidays. I'll admit I'm a sucker for an unexpected cavalcade. These unscheduled cavalcades have kept us entertained since Disneyland Resort officially reopened, but they will likely be fading away forever as a Christmas Fantasy Parade returns on November the 12th. And from Disneyland to Disney California Adventure we go, where the holidays are sweeping through this theme park as well. And you take a look at Buena Vista Street's Christmas tree having arrived officially. Now, with all of the detail and care that goes into this tree, it is totally worth stopping and taking a picture with, including what's under the tree. All kinds of details, all kinds of very unique, period-specific things under this tree. And over in Hollywood Land, typically we see time period specific holiday elements on the lampposts. However, this time around we see Festival of Holidays banners. Perhaps it's temporary, perhaps it's not, but it's definitely worth noting. And from here we move into Avengers Campus, where recently we told you what was coming, and that is the standby queue would be replacing the virtual queue for Web Slingers, a Spider-Man ride here in Avengers Campus. When we were visiting, 40 to 65 minutes is what the wait time was averaging for standby, and now you have that option. Elsewhere in Avengers Campus, the Eternals had arrived. That's right, you can now meet and greet the Eternals in the Ancient Sanctum area of Avengers Campus. From here we drive on into Cars Land, where the holiday decorations for this area are quite slow to be put up, as it is one of the most decorated locations for Halloween. No doubt it is taking a long time to get everything down. However, we did see a handful of nods to the Christmas season, including the various holiday movie posters. Very funny, very punny, and always worth stopping to take a look at. And directly across from this location, Fillmore's Taste Inn, that's right, the fruit carton snack location, still selling some food on the go. However, there is a modified refurbishment happening at the moment to the geodesic dome area that typically is all lit up at night. They're replacing a bit of paneling. Can't wait to see it back, as good as new and brighter as ever. Along the parade route throughout California Adventure, you see food booths have been set up for the Festival of Holidays. That's right, the marketplace booths are all ready to go and will likely be opening their windows a day or two before the November 12th kickoff, as has been tradition. Sliding on into the Pacific Wharf area, we noticed that the Bodine Bakery Tour was unavailable on this day. This was pretty common throughout the summer, but not anymore. Perhaps it was only temporary. And the Lucky Fortune Cookery is all dressed up for the holiday season with their very unique take on the Christmas decor, from your various fortune cookies to all of the Chinese food boxes. And Cocina Cucamonga also got in on the act with their unique take on holiday decor, including the green chilies. And yes, in the Pacific Wharf area, we also saw that the Festival of Holidays stage was set up for entertainment to take place here. And speaking of holiday stages for the festival, the grand stage in front of Paradise Bay, where you typically would watch World of Color, well, that stage has also been set up, which is great because it's obstructing the view of what is a rather unsightly area, and that is the World of Color Lagoon area that has so much work being done for the sake of bringing World of Color back next year. We've covered this in great detail. We've told you that the show was essentially left to rot during the pandemic. They are having to rebuild it as we speak. That is exactly what's going on out here. In addition to that, they're also taking this time to do some rock work and touch things up and just make everything shine a little bit brighter. And just behind that, the Paradise Gardens Park area is gearing up for Viva Navidad, the very festive and very fun holiday overlay back here in this corner of the park. And Paradise Garden Grill has recently shut down, getting ready to switch over its menu for the Festival of Holidays as well. So at the moment, not available, but will be returning on November the 12th. Sliding on over to the Redwood Creek Challenge Trail, we see that it is closed at the moment, and that is because they are removing all of the elements from Villains Grove for the Halloween season and getting ready to welcome in the various holiday elements for Christmas. We also see some very trendy looking bears by Russian River Outfitters and, of course, Grizzly River Run. Gotta say, those sweaters, they are killer, no doubt about it. And speaking of sweaters, the Grizzly River Run bear, he may have just won the Ugly Sweater Contest. Bless him. And from here, we move on over to Disney's Grand Californian Hotel and Spa, where the lobby was hosting the Oogie Boogie cake display. Well, it has been removed for the sake of Halloween ending, and now coming soon, a delightful gingerbread house will take its place on the main stage in the lobby. Can't wait to see it. And across the street at Disney's Paradise Pier Hotel, we've told you in recent updates how this hotel continues to command $400 to $600 a night stays without any sort of dining options available at the moment. Well, this past week, they opened up a grab-and-go 24/7 marketplace where you come in, you grab whatever you'd like from the shelves, and you pay at an automated kiosk. In fact, there are beverages, there are microwaves, there are frozen food options in here, fresh food options, and in addition to that, it is the only hotel that now has a 24/7 hot beverage vending machine location. We tried out some of this vending machine. I gotta tell you, not too bad, and a very low price, $2.25 for essentially a tall Starbucks version of coffee, and the coffee wasn't all that bad. And yes, they are watching you at this self-serve kiosk, so keep that in mind. Hopping over to the Disneyland Hotel now, we see inside the convention center, just alongside Goofy's Kitchen, they have replaced the giant floor carpeting mural that used to have the Sleeping Beauty castle on it. Well, now looks like just a Sleeping Beauty scene has taken its place, and no movement on Steakhouse 55 at this time. It remains just a shell with the signage still up, even though the restaurant is gone forever. And we take a look at the Disney Vacation Club Tower and the development on that tower right now, right alongside the Frontier Tower at the hotel. At the moment, just a lot of earth movers and a lot of heavy machinery being moved in for the sake of digging deep so that this tower can one day rise tall. And inside downtown Disney, it's worth noting that all the holiday trimmings are being moved into place, including this giant photo op outside of ESPN Zone, or what was formerly ESPN Zone. The pumpkin displays are being removed right now from the floral areas of downtown Disney, and banners are up for the sake of celebrating the season. And now it looks like you are up to date. Make sure you are subscribed to us with that notification bell turned on, and if we earned it, hit that thumbs up button. And for the Kingdom Report, I'm Wade Heath. We'll see you next time for another edition of the Disneyland Drop-In.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome.